Now then, how's it going? Quick one today. I was going to talk about Secret Level, but I'm going to talk about that tomorrow when I've got a little bit more time, because I'm overly excited and I need to watch the trailer again. Capture card update. Definitely, I'm erring a lot. It was definitely an issue with the cards. So the Elgato Camlink 4K worked as expected, flawlessly. So I can capture full 4K 30 frames a second from any of the cameras on any of the PCs now, which is annoying but also good. Annoying in the fact that it was an additional piece of hardware that I had to purchase. I possibly should have bought the Camlink in the first instance 2-3 years ago. It's at least 3 years, in fact. But you live and you learn. I could do with the second one. You can't really warrant that kind of expenditure at the moment. And in the future, I'll almost certainly invest in a Camlink 4K Pro so I can bang that inside the PC and capture multiple streams. It's annoying, but it is what it is. The resolution, no pun intended, the resolution is that I've got a working 4K capture device now. It is what it is. Hopefully that's going to help with some capturing some better footage anyway from those cameras and utilising what I've now already got more fully, and just getting more use out of the equipment that I have, which is kind of the point of me doing a lot of this stuff, alongside the learning aspect of me wanting to upskill myself in those areas so that I was better professionally, and have fun with it, to experiment where I could inside of my day job and have a little bit more creative freedom. It's also letting me understand things a little bit more fully than I would perhaps necessarily have opportunity to if these problems didn't arise. So it is what it is. I don't really have any excuses now, do I, for that? It's just that I would like to have got to the underlying issue of why it definitely was one thing and now it's something else. The only conclusion I can actually come to, and it's something that somebody else touched on, and I think they were referring to software drivers, which is it's fundamentally the same thing, is that over the past number of years, so it will be, I should really check when I actually bought these capture cards. I bought it when I got my G7s, and I definitely made sure, as I said, I've gone through it. I won't go into all the rigmarole, but it's going to be even longer than 3 years, so it will have been during COVID. So it's a few years old. The only thing I can think that the problem would be, since there's been no firmware updates to the hardware on those two cards, and they are using the same chipset, and it's over multiple operating systems and multiple revisions of operating systems, the camera firmware for the G7 hasn't changed, and that's exhibiting the same behaviours. Is that the underlying way of how the screen capture works within the operating system has changed, and that's what's caused the maximum capture resolution to be limited. So I thought that might be the case, and it was something how it was passing it to OBS from the system. So I tried raw capturing in Windows Cam application or whatever, which I would assume uses direct access to their NDK, HDK, not NDK, and that also maxes out at 1920. So it's not that I can only assume then that there is something happening when the operating system, I say Windows or OS X, seemingly. I'm just going to clarify that on the older versions, but let's assume so. But let's talk about Windows specifically. When you bang it into Windows is now saying this device has got this resource allocation, and this is what I'm going to give it in terms of bandwidth, and that's what's setting the limit to 1920 by 1080. Whereas before it didn't have that throttling for whatever reason. That's the only thing I can come up with. So it's functionally a software driver issue baked into the OS with it being UMP&P. But I don't know. I'm just going to write it off as is one of those things that I don't need to invest any more time in thinking about now and then crack on. So yeah, there we are. That's the update for today. Tomorrow, absolutely going to be talking about my opinion of Secret Level, because I am super excited about that. And I'll catch you then. Until then, I'll see you.